interesting play call here. This is kind of an important play in the game. Kane, if you want to, you can go ahead and roll this. It's, at the end of the third quarter, beginning of the fourth quarter, Auburn's moving the ball. It's 4th and 1, or 4th and 1.5, 4th and 2. And
just pay clear attention to right here where that defensive end is. That's what Peyton claims he's reading, is that end. Well, if you listen to Hugh Freeze's press conference post-game, he said that was a dive the whole way, meaning that you give the ball to Jarquez and you get the yard. Well, watch the dive to the left as this play ends coming from the back. Watch that left side of the line collapse. If he hands the ball right there, we get a yard going to the left side without a doubt.
No question. And so, after the game, Hugh Freeze, on the sideline, Hugh Freeze just lights up Peyton Thorne.
Yes.
And he's like, what are you doing? What is going on? After the game, again now, people continue to say Hugh Freeze keeps throwing Peyton Thorne under the bus. He was asked a specific question in the press conference. He didn't bring it up. He didn't come out. That was not like his opening statement. Peyton Thorne lost us the game again. No, he didn't say anything like that. He was asked, what happened on that 4th and 1 play? And he said exactly what Jim said. The call was, it was a handoff to Jarquez Hunter to the left, I guess probably what do you call it, the guard tackle gap or center guard
it's a
gap.
dive. They don't use the words anymore. That was stuff back in high school days. You just dive it to the right, dive it to the left. He made it as simple as he could say, and he said, dive left.
And follow-up question was there a read on that play? Meaning, was there an option for Peyton Thorne to look and because of the defensive alignment to check out of the play? He said no. Peyton Thorne was asked. He said there was an option to throw. There was that, so my brain's exploding because what do you got? Between quarters, what do you got, Jim? 5 to 7 minutes over there? 5 minutes at least?
Between a quarter?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was 5, but you get a couple minutes.
4 to 5 minutes.
Yeah, you get some minutes.
So this is longer than the timeout.
Right. And
you're over there and you're saying, okay, it's 4th and 1. What's our best play? What do we want to do here? You got a lot, and you come out and somehow, some way, either you have you have this miscommunication. So one of two things is happening. Either Peyton Thorne goes rogue, or he thinks,
if you listen,
every single play has an option to it, and he still believes there's an option to this, even though Hugh Freeze doesn't think there is. So I'm just at a loss at this.
To follow up your rogue comment, Hugh Freeze thinks he went rogue because he said in the press conference, Peyton is a thinker. Yeah. And Peyton thought his way through this and thought he knew what was best, and that was not. And Hugh's words, I should have called a timeout when I saw it going bad.
Yeah.
That's what you can't have, and that's what, to me, has killed us all year. Mistakes for some reason that were not on the page. If 4th and 1 is 4th and 1, you got an All-American running back standing beside you. You got an offensive line, like we talked about, Percy Lewis, could fall forward on somebody and get you a yard. A yard.
Yeah.
We're not talking about 12. A yard.
So I'm trying to think my way through this and try to make some sense of it. And so in this Hugh Freeze offense, in this RPO offense, you're giving the quarterback, and you want the quarterback to have immense freedom, right?
Well, I wouldn't say immense, but you want him to have enough freedom to where when he walks to that line, he sees that box.
Right.
If he counts a box and goes, oh, God, there's 8 in here, I got to throw. They're handing it off ain't going to get it where we want to get it. Mm-hmm. So he's also give freedom to those receivers like we had happen to us in Oklahoma and they threw the interception was, hey, you can go inside and you can go outside based off how you read it. I think we're giving them too much to think about.
Well, that's the thing. The offensive line has checks to make.
Right.
The receivers have checks to make. Peyton Thorne has checks to make. And everybody's got to be on the same page.
That's right.
And we haven't been on the same page in a year and a half.
Well, and it's exactly what Hugh brought it up as well in the play we just showed. Look at the line. It all collapsed to the left, knowing there was a dive to the left, and the quarterback went right. There's the difference.
That cannot happen.
No.
After a timeout.
Because you
on 4th and 1.
You and I already discussed it. 21-10 at that time. Let's say we get the first, we score. It's 21-17. That's a whole different ballgame.
At worst, 21-13.
Yeah, a whole different ballgame.